direction the content should flow. This code is for a website using US-based English that runs left to right. Then, inside the HTML element, you have two major parts where everything goes: the head and the body. We create them with the head element and with the body element. The head is for all the metadata, all the stuff about the document that a browser needs to know but will not be displayed on the page. The body is for all the content, each wrapped in the many different elements that we've been talking about so far in this course. That's where the main event happens. The doc type declaration, the HTML head and body elements are the four key building blocks of every web page.
And she said, no, it's not fair, because you're fit and healthy.
So what goes inside the head? Well, remember how we talked about specifying which character set you're using? That goes here. It's not content that you want your users to see. It's information about this website that you want the browser to know. We use the meta element for this. Use meta elements only inside the head. It conveys metadata about the page. To define the character set, we'll use the character set attribute and set it to UTF-8 like this. Before we talk about what else can be conveyed through meta tags, let's first make sure we include something that's required on every web page, the title element. This is not a title that gets displayed as content. This is a title for the web page that's used by the browser. It shows up as the name on a browser tab, or as a bookmark title when someone bookmarks it. The name of the page if it's listed under top sites when a user opens a new browser. Any place the interface of the browser references this page, it uses the title as defined in the title element. Now that we have everything that's required on every HTML page, let's look at what else we might want to do inside the head of the page. The meta element can be used to define all kinds of settings. One incredibly common use is to tell the browser the layout has been morphed to fit small screens, that it is a responsive website. Without this meta tag, the browser assumes the page is using an older technique for layout, that it's a desktop layout that needs to be shrunk down to fit on a phone. We probably also want to add a description of the site. This description will show up in search engine results. Ever wonder why a certain sentence about your site shows up on Google search? Well, this is where it's pulling from. The meta tag is used to give the web page a name when it's saved to home screen, and to specify a title image and a background color. Have you ever posted a link to Slack, LinkedIn, Twitter, or elsewhere, and seen that link turn into a great-looking card? That's set up using meta tags. There are many techniques for refining and improving the experience of your site that all involve the meta tag. Another important element that we use a lot inside the head is the link element. This is used to link to a range of other assets that we want to load, like CSS files, fonts, and favicons. The rel attribute is used to tell the browser which kind of asset it is. And the href attribute is used to provide the URL to the asset. The link to a style sheet looks like this, with the rel attribute
relationship equals style sheet.
A link to a favicon looks like this. We can also use link to preload a font file. One thing to think about, the browser will load the files in the order in which they're listed. Put things you want to load first at the top. Things that aren't as important or that won't get used right away, they can go further down. The last commonly used element that goes into an HTML document's head is the script tag. This tells the browser to load a JavaScript file. Actually, a script tag doesn't have to go into the HTML head. Frequently, people put it at the end of an HTML document, so the browser loads JavaScript after everything else is loaded. But sometimes it is included in the head. The HTML head is a place to get everything connected and set up, to make sure other assets are loaded, and to provide data about the page to other sites and platforms. It's the headquarters for starting out the page right. We just took